He's strong, he's fast, he's the only arachnid that I like. He's Spider-Man. Welcome back to my series as we look into superpowers and abilities and how they work in our favorite characters and stories. Today's ability, in my opinion, is Spider-Man's ace in the hole, the Spider Sense. In the landscape of Marvel, Spider-Man is strong, but so is the Hulk. He's super fast, but Quicksilver can outlap him any day. You can also speak of his brilliance and the gadgets that he makes, but Tony Stark has him beaten that way too. So what makes Spider-Man stand out the most? It's his spider sense. It brings it all together and allows him to outwit and outmaneuver his enemies. The spider sense is almost borderline psychic and a physical ability that lets you know when you're in danger so you can react accordingly. To prevent this from being a boring ability where we know the hero will make it out unscathed, some writers have placed a few limitations on it, typically shortening the time in which the spider sense goes off for Spider-Man to react, or sometimes straight out removing it due to some gas from a villain or power fluctuation. This pesky ability of Spider-Man's allows him to evade and attack his enemies with the greatest of ease, which probably allows him the time and assurance to crack so many jokes. If anything serious does occur, he'll probably know about it and act accordingly. It does have some weak spots that any good writer could use to focus on. Sometimes certain characters are immune to it, namely clones of Spider-Man or Venom and the other symbiotes, due to his time bonding with Spider-Man. Also, it's been shown that the spider sense doesn't register people Peter Parker or Spider-Man cares for as threats, so if Aunt May sneaks up behind Peter, it probably wouldn't go off. Now, the nature of the spider power varies. It's not exactly potential threats that Peter senses, but it's immediate threats, like bullets being fired at him right now. And then the spider sense takes over and allows for super reflexes to react. Spider-Man's not doing the reacting, his body reflexively does it for him in some stories. In other stories, the spider sense is an offshoot of his superpower nervous system. Spider-Man sees everything in bullet time whenever he's in danger. So he hears, smells, sees, and feels everything at such a fast rate that he's able to move around and escape in time. This is a great power in my opinion because unlike some of the more overpowered abilities, this one's understated. Imagine going through life knowing you'll be able to dodge any threat against you. You could capitalize on it. I personally would pick to be a MMA fighter or boxing or any martial arts knowing when and where I'll get rocked. One way to write this power and make it interesting to the audience would be to have it react and have the main character such as Spider-Man not being able to enact any movement or change. Imagine seeing a bullet going so fast towards you that you couldn't duck. That's a bad day in my opinion. I've seen a great example of the spider sense being used in another story. In Bungo Stray Dogs, two characters have a similar ability to the spider sense where they can see 5 seconds into the future every time they're about to die, allowing them to adjust accordingly to prevent it, of course. Now imagine what happens when both try to kill each other. What happens is a game of mental and physical chess played within milliseconds, each character anticipating, recalculating, moving, recalculating all over again to kill the other while trying to survive. It's like the old gag, I know that you know that 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 you know that I know I'm going to kill you. So if Spider-Man were to fight an enemy that also had a similar power of clairvoyance like him, that would be one hell of a match. This power isn't overly bulletproof. There are some ways that it can be exploited to add stakes to any Spider-Man story. For one, Spider-Man knows when he's in danger, but not everyone around him does. What happens when he can't get to somebody or react in time to save someone who's in danger? Or, it's one thing to be able to react to something with your super abilities and reflexes. What would it look like if the enemy were 10 times faster than you? Your spider sense means nothing if you're getting punched 10,000 times in half a second. Or simply have his powers taken away or malfunctioning. Imagine every single second your power is going off. You wouldn't be able to trust it, even if something were seriously about to harm you. This will put Spider-Man in an uphill battle to survive when he's so used to relying on his spider sense. Overall, this is a great power that I would love to have and like to see the variations of it in stories and TV and comics. Let me know down below what's your favorite Spider-Man ability or gadget. You know mine, tell me yours. Also, if you like this video, don't forget to check out my other power and ability video of Wolverine's healing factor or Dragon Ball Z super mode. Don't forget to comment and share this video and see you next time. Thanks again for watching.